Sup, everybody? What's going on? All right, we are here Saturday evening, I guess, afternoon, evening, 7 p.m. my time. How is everybody doing? I mean, this stream is supposed to be a wind down stream. There's really no specific purpose. I'm probably going to play a little bit of Genshin. I'm probably going to be talking about all sorts of things, just sharing with you guys what's going on in my life. And I would love to hear if you guys are comfortable with sharing with me what's going on in yours, right? Share the good, the bad. Let's see, how's everybody doing? If you are having troubles in school, if you guys are having troubles in Genshin, if you guys are having problems with your love life, I mean, who's going to share their love life online? But if you are, like, hey, Walrus, have this dude that I'm chasing, I have this girl that I'm chasing, and I'm just, not finding the stride. Let's peel back and talk about it. Then again, maybe I'm not the best person to be giving any sort of advice outside of Genshin Impact. So, first things first, there's good news. I fixed my webcam, and I swear it worked 3 minutes before I started stream. So if I switch to it right now and it doesn't work, it's not my fault. So working. There we go. All right, we got it fixed. Let me move the chat around here a little bit. I mean, I kind of just have it hang around on the side here. So you guys can see I have a lot of pimples here. I can't eat spicy food. So, and when people hear I can't eat spicy food, they often think like, oh, he can't eat really spicy food. But for me, it's just I can't eat spicy food at all. If there's some level of heat or spice or agitation to it, my stomach doesn't take it well, and I start developing these like really nasty cysts on my face. It's really just on my face. So, you guys can know probably by seeing my face right now that I likely had spicy food. Yes, I had spicy food like maybe a week ago, and it's still my face. It was actually pretty bad as well. And it's taking time to die back down. So over the next few days, kind of doing a little bowel cleansing to eat lighter food to make sure not to agitate myself anymore. I mean. So, one moment. Was it worth it? It was worth it. It was worth it. It's nice food. Just I can't eat it. Wait. All right. You guys see those swords back there? Bet you guys didn't know I could unhook them. You guys thought it was just decoration. En garde. This is what hilichurls see. Chat, this is what hilichurls see. The POVs of the hilichurls. You guys, I will bonk you guys from now on when you guys get a little too excited. There's the bonk stick. We'll have that over here. All right, let's see what's going on, everybody. Do the Ayaka sword animation. Okay, I don't wanna hit anything. Okay, I don't wanna hit anything. So. Stand back. Hey, stand back. More back. Stand back. I don't want to hit you guys. Stand. Go. Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. There you have it. That was Ayaka. Yeah, that's why you guys subscribe, right? That's why you guys That's why you guys tune into my live streams. Oh, for moments like those. I am one with the katana. The amazing bunny. Great. Now do Xiao's plunge attack. Yo, first and foremost, this is a sword. This is a sword. I need a spear for that. I need a spear for that. And I want to say I have the finesse of Ayaka, but I don't have the edginess of Xiao. Whew. My heart rate is elevating. Heart rate is elevating. Oh boy. Pull it out of the booba like Raiden, right? Okay, watch. Let me open the fan so I can have maximum hair movement. Is my hair even moving? I need to sit down for the hair to move. There we go. That's Raiden Shogun for you. It didn't really end up working, so I'll turn down the fan. Well, my hair is not long enough to simulate the waviness and moving, but we can do it. We can do it like this. Booba sword. That's Booba sword right there. Oh, Raiden. What other characters can we cosplay as with the sword? Have specific sword movements. I can't do Kuching because I don't want to break my neck because she does this the somersault thing. Deep Thought Pasan says stream when my mom comes in the room. And then you can show that clip. Stream when my mom is not in the room, and it's us talking about real serious life topics and how to how to deal with serious problems. This is what Kazuha's friends see before he dies. Just got here. Can you do the Booba sword again? You can rewind. You can rewind it. it's back there somewhere. You can find it. This ain't Twitch, everybody. This is a good thing about YouTube stream, isn't it? You can see something really messed up, like what I just did, and you can go back for the rest of the stream. You don't even need to watch me anymore. For the rest of this entire stream, you can relive that moment 20 times over, 50 times over, if you guys want to. All right? So, yeah, I did it twice. Once for you guys down below, so you guys can see the sword pulling, and once we did it full up here, full body. So, anyways, I like I said, there is really no specific purpose to this stream. I just want to sit here and talk with you guys. I'm having a lot of fun recently, not just in Genshin. The society is opening up a little more. Friends are more comfortable to hang out, although we are very safe. We're very safe. We take precautions. So should you. If you are gonna hang out, keep the parties close and minimal, right? So I'm currently able to enjoy life a lot more, not just cooped up in my room. Then again, it's not that bad to stay in your room. You get to play a lot of video games, but it's just once in a while you do miss that human to human interaction. So I've been getting a little more of that. It's nice. Work has been going great, I guess. Work has been going great as well. Busy means good. Busy means good in my line of work, all right? And when I say work, I don't mean YouTube, because a lot of people keep thinking, when I say work, people think YouTube. YouTube's doing good as well. I mean, I'm making videos. I just make videos that on topics that I want to talk about, and people watch these videos. Great. I love that. And I love to read the comments. I love how people meme in the comments. Bianca Bonjok is asking, what is your day job? My day job is a real estate agent. Yes, a lot of people know it. A lot of people don't. Not everybody tunes into my live stream all the time. So yeah, I buy and sell real estate on behalf of my clients. And don't you ever tell any of my clients what I do with my time off. Don't do it. Funk. Don't tell my clients what I do at my time off. Nobody gets to know. Only you guys get to know. If my clients saw me pulling a freaking foam sword out of my shirt, I might lose my job. Well, not my job. I might lose the client. I'd be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be trusting this guy with my my life savings here. But yeah, that's what I do. Everything's been going pretty well. For you guys, for people who don't know, I got a new PC. So nowadays I've been able to get, okay, this is how it usually is. I oftentimes edit videos, and then when I'm exporting them, I go make my thumbnail, and then by the time my thumbnail is usually done, my video's like almost ready to upload, or sometimes my thumbnail can take longer. But nowadays with this new computer, I'm editing videos, and literally it doesn't matter if it's like a 10, 15, 20-minute video. So far, I've never been able to finish my thumbnail before my video renders. So it's fast is what I'm trying to say. And it's forcing me to go faster and going crazier with the workload. Oh, you guys see, you've been recording Genshin in 8K? I mean, I think my monitor is 1440p. But I think I've been recording it in 1920 by 1080p. So it's just HD, and it's editing and exporting the video super fast. I've really been enjoying editing even more. Before I used to have these. Like, I don't want to put too much into my videos, especially at the same time with effects and stuff like that, because they would just freeze the timeline and it makes it difficult. But nowadays, I might go back to experimenting more with more meme heavy edits and more just like weird transitions. You know, I don't know. I'm still trying things out. What do you guys like to see? Like, what do you guys want to see in videos? Do you guys like it when videos are like more meme heavy with stock photos and like custom memes, or do you guys like it more with like these weird transition sound effects, like, you know, those explosion memes, like I maybe I can slap my hand here, like, and then like the special effect of an explosion goes, you know, those kind of meme heavy ones? Or do you guys like more intellectual memes? I don't know. I really don't know. Arian says, if the delivery is good, I'm okay with any, to be honest. All right, that's nice to hear. Because when editing a video, it's always for me, it's always a struggle, because there's so many ways I can take a video, right? For you guys, especially you guys as the viewers, like we can take videos so many different ways. And sometimes I feel like if I take it a certain way, I'm losing the potential of the other direction. Like, what if people prefer the other direction? And it becomes quite the headache to sift through and make the right decisions at every single turn. So it's a work in progress. Hopefully I can get better at editing. And of course, thanks to my editor Kun, who helps me with a ton of videos. If you guys ever see a video that's more heavily edited with memes and stuff and whatnot, usually it's editor Kun. All right, I'm the one who keep things as raw as possible, add some basic footage, some stock footage here and there, and yeah. But our editing styles is very similar. That's why I like working with editor Kun. Our editing styles is very similar. We don't like to over edit, but sometimes I really just want to try a video where I over edit. I have done it before, and it's gotten mixed reviews. Angry Clee says, hey man, you look nice today. Thank you. It's been a while since I used this camera. We used the old webcam last time over here. It's over here on my main monitor. This camera is kind of offset to the side over here. So I got two monitors, one monitor over here, one monitor over here, and here's my camera, my main camera, and here I have a over here I have a webcam. Speakers on the right side, and the rest of my room is just a mess. Eric Drongs says, asking, what's that long pink thing? It's actually a foam sword, so you can see it like it's just a foam sword. Do you have another sword in the background? Yes, I actually do. I actually, during my free times, I go on sparring contests. I mean, sparring training with my landlord, and so, hey, maybe I can give you guys one of these foam swords. You can hold it like, and wedge it right here. Oh, that's staying. There you go. We gotta. So this is you holding a foam sword. Oh. How could you, chat? Well, thank God I can revive and teleport back from the Archon statues. Well, you guys are not careful enough with that sword. You guys are not trained in the ways of the sword. Whew. You guys can't handle its greatness. Or I just want to go home now. Ah, we have a man who's here with a comment. Let's talk about this. All right, we can go down a rabbit hole here. So, Lelouch Lamperouge is saying, at Walrus, you said MiHoYo should give enough info for players to pre-farm, but MiHoYo doesn't want characters to be built on day one, because people will find out that the character is bad before banner ends. So, listen, people, all right? For these characters and regarding the leaks, we might make a video today regarding that, actually going into it, but I've seen a lot of people already started talking about it, so we'll see if we can unravel enough information that's deserving of an individual video. So let's talk about that. Currently, the problem with I think the bigger problem when it comes to leaks and whatnot, and MiHoYo shutting down leaks, is not really like, yes, what you're saying, Lelouch, is definitely an issue for MiHoYo, but the bigger problem is that it kills hype in a way that when you expect everything already to be coming in place, there's little room for variance or change. It sets it in stone, essentially, because a lot of people take these leaks like gospel, right? They follow these leakers, this information that is released, and then they base their entire months of gameplay around information that may or may not be true. Now, while I think it's important that we do have information to know when characters come out, how we should build them, kind of in a rough ballpark idea, what items, what materials you need to ascend them, so we can power up these characters and actually use them in the content they were built to be used in. Because think about it like this, it doesn't really matter if the character comes out on day one and then we find out, oh, we need this, then this, and this. It's just going to take people an extra 1 or 2 days. MiHoYo will still, like, it's still gonna hurt MiHoYo. Like, look at people who got the cash. There are people who literally, the day the cash came out, Refinement 5, level 90'd it, made a video online, and it's not even a small YouTuber. Big YouTubers dedicate huge amount of time to getting this information out. Listen, if you've been watching Genshin Impact videos on YouTube, you should know how fast some of these videos are. There are videos that literally get released the second the banner drops. Like for Bao's banner, for Raiden's banner, if you guys know by the name of Braxophone dropped both Raiden and I think Sarah's guide literally 1 minute after the banner came out. It's just, the speed is always there. People will always have information. Content creators will always have the information. We do have access to what is called a media server, meaning we do get access to test things for you guys and make content for you guys. So regardless whether MiHoYo shuts down these leak websites regarding pre-farming, it's still going to be an issue, right? People are still going to finish building their characters literally 3 or 4 days, and that's like giving them a lot of leeway already. Most people, the second the character comes out, they'll jump in, they'll farm everything, they'll use condensed resin, they'll whale. These YouTubers, they'll whale for the daily resin refills, and then they'll jump into their viewers like worlds, collect all the flowers or whatever, the tree branches, whatever you need. They just world hop until they get it because they're influencers, right? If I wanted to right now, look, I have 128 people watching me just on my live stream. If I wanted to, do you think 5 to 10 people out of this entire chat is willing to let me hop into their world and gather some resources so I can make a video? Of course, there will be a lot of people who's willing to do that. That's why the content creators will always be getting all this stuff first. But what MiHoYo is really trying to do by shutting down the leak, the avenues for the leaks, is really to control information and generate hype more artificially. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's bad because MiHoYo is really good at hyping people up. Look at the trailers they make for these characters. MiHoYo knows how to get people excited for things, but it kind of doesn't work as well as they'd like to if everybody already knows everything. You know, like for example, I think there's some people who already knows what's going to happen in patch 2.2, even like very few that knows a bit of what's going to happen in patch 2.3. For those people, it doesn't matter what MiHoYo does. MiHoYo it's very difficult to cater an experience around people who already knows everything. It's very difficult to help people, like to give people the sense of enjoyment when they have a goal set in mind for what they want to enjoy. Does that make sense? If that doesn't make sense, it's kind of like throwing a surprise birthday party for somebody who already knows there's a surprise birthday. What's the point? There's no point. There's no point. And it's just a birthday. It's not a surprise birthday, right? So MiHoYo's really trying to take care of the friends who keep telling these friends that we're going to throw the surprise birthday party for. MiHoYo's going behind just like, just don't tell them, or just leave them out. Get them out of this. Okay, you're not invited to the party anymore. Get out. Get out. We're running a surprise birthday party for Timmy over here, and you just went around all of us and told Timmy we're throwing a surprise party for Timmy next week. And now what do you think Timmy's gonna think next week? Oh, wow, I either pretend to be surprised to not hurt everybody's feelings, or now I start to form speculations as to how they're going to surprise me. I sure hope they will, get me a gift. Oh, that new PlayStation 5. I hope they get me a PlayStation 5. And if they don't get me a PlayStation 5, now, as Timmy, I'm going to be slightly disappointed. Whereas if I never knew there was a surprise birthday party thrown for me, I would have come home after work, surprise! I'm like, oh my God, the shock value is insane. Does that make sense? That's the problem right now. And I think MiHoYo teasing the characters is just step one. Like, people are saying that why not a roadmap? This is the big question, right? Why not a roadmap? And I think MiHoYo, to a certain degree, already gave us a roadmap. Have you guys seen the video where they show each of the nations for Act 1, Act 2, Act 3? That's like a teaser roadmap. And I think it's in MiHoYo's best interest to start developing a more in-house, professionally made roadmap. That's good stuff. So, Gold Peak, yes. You guys like this? Pretty nice. I like it. Are you drinking syrup? No, it's iced tea, man. It's iced tea. Not sponsored, by the way. Hey, Gold Tea, if you want to sponsor me, you can start like an energy brand. Isn't that what everybody's doing? Oh crap. Man V is here. Man V, I challenge you to a duel to the death. Man V, if you have the balls, accept the challenge. Accept the challenge and we will duel on stream, live. For people who don't know, Man V is my brother. My actual brother, alright? My actual brother, like blood related brother. If you guys scroll up, there's a guy called Man V. I challenge him to a duel. First one to land 3 strikes win. 1, 2, 3. You lose. I'm just built different. Superior genetics. But anyways, I hope that made sense with our discussion regarding the leaks and the stuff. And you guys have to understand that a lot of the times MiHoYo is really after like, we don't talk about this enough. Story leaks are a big problem. Story leaks are a huge problem. I mean, there's a time and place for leaks, right? Usually these kind of leaks, think about like this. I don't care if you leak stuff, but leaking things for other people is a big no-no when they are looking forward to this themselves. So let's go back to the surprise birthday party thing, right? So let's say Timmy and told his close friend that he's always wanted a surprise birthday party. He's never gotten one and he really wants one. And that was something Timmy said to his best friend like 4 or 5 years ago. Timmy himself doesn't even remember that he mentioned that he wants a surprise birthday party. So now this friend is going around this whole thing to make a surprise birthday party for Timmy, but one person from this friend group just couldn't hold it in, be like, oh man, I want to be the one to tell Timmy. I want to be the one to give him that surprise and to tell him. And by telling Timmy, hey, you know, they're planning to throw a surprise birthday party for you next week, you've essentially just ruined Timmy's long, like, it's the act of these leakers thinking like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, and it's a bad example with Timmy because I'm saying the friend is telling Timmy this out of, you know, well, I mean, I guess it's kind of true. It's self-serving. They don't want to tell Timmy because they want to tell Timmy. They want to tell Timmy to get this off of their chest, right? So what ends up happening is these leakers who are sharing these story leaks for future patches, they're doing it while they monetize for their content. So they're making money off of these information, and I don't deny the fact that there's a group of people who actually wants this information. There is truly a group of dedicated players who just wants to know everything before it happens. They don't want to wait, they just want to get it over with, because waiting for this stuff is painful process if you're really invested. Oftentimes it's a really invested players who wants to know ahead of time what's going to happen. That's all good and dandy, but like when you have these people putting the leaks into the thumbnail of their YouTube videos, getting 300-400k views, and then YouTube's algorithm is just pushing it all over the place. It's so difficult to say that's okay, because that's not okay. I've had stories spoiling for me. Okay, for people who still haven't played through patch 2.1 right now, cover your ears. I'm about to mention a spoiler. You got 5 seconds to cover your ears. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I knew La Sonora was going to die. I knew that before I even like started playing patch 2.1. That's a terrible experience. Like I'm not gonna lie, like patch 2.1's story experience was ruined for me because of a thumbnail. Now I could have chosen to believe or not believe that thumbnail, but that thought, that image of it on screen is just like, well, I'm screwed now. It's just, yeah, see, a lot of people share the same problem in chat right now. They're saying it's the same issue with them, and I think that's terrible. I really feel like there has to be a way for leaks to exist, but less openly. Like, make a freaking Discord server that's invite only or something like that. If you have to prove your loyalty, you have to subscribe to this Discord server, and through invite or through recommendations. Do something, man. Like, don't post this stuff in public and use the system to get personal gains. I have no issues with leaks of all sorts, or like of all shapes and sizes. Even story leaks has its time and place, but don't publicize it. Don't use an algorithm to push that towards everybody. That's what I can't stand for. It's and I think it's the shock factor. It's the shock factor that they use. It's the clickbait, right? Like, I mean, I'm guilty of it as well. I make clickbaity thumbnails, but I mean, all YouTubers make clickbaity thumbnail. There's no one successful YouTuber who doesn't find a clever way. I mean, I agree. There could be smarter ways to make clickbait thumbnails. It can look more intriguing, but like, if you're just throwing in information that a lot of other people don't have, and a lot of other people don't want to know, like story leaks into your thumbnail, you're really messed up, man. Like, you're willing to take away the enjoyment of tens of thousands of people to make a quick buck. Of course you would, right? It's frustrating, and that's why I haven't really talked too much about leaks, because this is the stuff everybody's been talking about already. I don't think I'm adding anything new into the conversation, but it does frustrate me. I don't like story leaks. I do enjoy, I mean, character leaks are always hype. Get to know before, ahead of time. Story leaks, no. Anthony Flores says 10 admitted to clickbaiting. I mean, if you guys ever see a YouTuber, they say I never clickbait, and they are like a successful YouTuber, I don't believe it for a second. I don't believe it for a second. Clickbait, people have a misconception for clickbaiting. There's two types of different clickbait. There's type A clickbait and there's type B clickbait. Do you guys watch a YouTube channel called Veritasium? You guys know Veritasium? I think he's an Australian or a guy from New Zealand. I'm sure some of you must know the guy called Veritasium. He mentioned this really, really well. Yeah, you see? I'm sure you guys have seen that. There's two types of clickbaits. For people who don't know, I'm just going to go over it really quickly. There's two types. Type 1 is they use clickbait as an engagement tool to get you to click on the video, and then they somewhat deliver on the clickbait, which is relevant to the thumbnail. The thumbnail and the content of the video align, but the thumbnail may just be more provocative or more intriguing to incite an engagement, to encourage an engagement. These are type A, I think, the positive type. Type 2 clickbait is the type that people associate with. It's like the thumbnail has nothing to do with the content except to bait people in, right? So let's see if I can give an example. Let's say the guy's like, longest basketball shot in the world, like world record basketball shot, right? Full, like whatever, like 3 football fields or whatever the hell. You go into the video, it's just a guy draining 3-pointers. Like, yeah, it's an impressive video. You're draining like 10 3-pointers in a row, but it's not what the thumbnail said. But you know, if you write, man sinks 10 3-pointers in basketball, no one's gonna click that. So you say the longest basketball trick shot. That's a type 2 clickbait. That's the type of clickbait people often associate with. So yeah, it's just how should I? Because clickbaiting is that, like I said, there's two types of clickbaiting. If you have a very interesting and inciting thumbnail, and you deliver it to that thumbnail, or the thumbnail looks interesting but it's relevant to your video, that is clickbaiting, because by standard that is clickbaiting. We need a new term for this, to be honest. Like, there should be a new term designated to what that type of clickbaiting is. Like, because that's not clickbaiting, because that's worth your click. Oftentimes there are videos I've watched, the thumbnails don't even do the video justice. You know what I mean? I mean, they definitely are out there. Yeah, YouTube leak is so dumb. I always commented they should stop, says Cruel Sun. I know, man. I've blacklisted every single YouTube channel that that posts story leaks. And till this day, I'm still getting more. Like, if I go to my YouTube homepage, there's always a small chance I get some weird clickbaity. Nowadays it's pretty good. I'm looking at it right now. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. That's nice. Nice. I'm always scared, man. I'm always scared to refresh my YouTube homepage because you never know when it's going to get ruined for you. I think it's going to get worse as we approach patch 2.2. I swear, this time I made a really big mistake last time coming into patch 2.1 was that I was on YouTube consuming so much content the week before that I completely forgot that a week to 2 weeks before, like after the 2.2 live stream or after the next patch live stream, those 2 weeks are really dangerous if you are one to be worried of leaks. There's a very high chance if you spend even 1 to 2 hours on YouTube a day that you will get spoiled. That's just how it is. Anthony Flores is asking, what about leaks on reruns? I think rerun leaks are okay. Any leaks that are to the benefit of the player base is okay. When I say benefit of the player base, of course, I'm talking like I'm generalizing what the player base wants. But I know for a fact more people want to know about what characters are coming back on reruns than what's the story progression like in 2.2. Because why would you want to know that? Why would you want to know what the story... Do you guys want to know the end to Genshin Impact right now and just stop playing the game? Okay, Mian V is saying you're just gonna get spoiled. That's so sad. Yeah, Mian V. If you didn't know, basically Genshin Impact has a storyline, right? And these people, to get a click for YouTube, to monetize their content, to get, mad views, they will leak the story because they either got it through beta testers or they got it through some sort of channel. They somehow knows what's going to happen in the story next patch before we even get to play through it. So nobody knows. And then they take the pivotal moment, the plot twist moment, and slap it into the thumbnail and then write, she dies, or like, oh my god, she dead, or something like that. Or like in this case, cover your ears, people. I'm gonna say it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. La Senora dies. What the hell are you gonna do about that? What are you gonna do about that? It's like you watch an anime. What's an anime spoiler that we can spoil now? Like, I don't know, it's like watching an anime and then you go like, oh, taking a break on episode 4, and then you go on YouTube to check out something, and now suddenly on the thumbnail it's like, oh, this is the end to this anime. It's like, why would you put that in the thumbnail? Why would you put that in the thumbnail? That's so ridiculous, right? It's okay to say blah blah anime name, and then in brackets say spoiler discussion. All right, and in the thumbnail, don't put any spoilers. That's okay. If they made the Genshin video saying patch 2.2 Genshin Impact leaks, including spoilers, and then the thumbnail is like let's say they put Toma on the thumbnail, I'd be okay with that. I don't have to click it. If I click it, then that's my fault. But that would be a more appropriate way to do it. But that doesn't get views, you see. That doesn't get clicks. It just doesn't. People react to the image first, the thumbnail first, then they click the video, then as they watch the video, oftentimes they're reading the title. I mean, you guys are en masse here, right? You guys are mostly viewers and consumers. Is that not how it works? You see a thumbnail, oh, that looks really interesting. Oftentimes you click it and then you read the title, or you see the thumbnail first and then you read the title and then you click it. It's usually this process, but the thumbnail is what's going to grab your attention. You don't go around reading the title of every single video that you see. No, you look at the thumbnail, you're scrolling through, oh, that looks interesting. What's that about? Oh, then you click in. right? It's just part of the consumer process. That's why clickbaits work so well. Large banana saying, "I swear to God, I'm so fucking tired of I did this and this happened without telling what happened in the title." Yeah, people take advantage of other people's curiosity. Yeah, it's messed up. So Mianvi saying clickbaiting and straight up spoiling are very different though. Well, the thing is, for them, for these people, they want the shock value. They want to grab your attention immediately, right? They don't want to give you a chance to scroll past their video. So what's the best way to get you to drop everything and just draw your attention to that? Is because understand, these stories that are created by Genshin Impact's creators are very, very detailed centric. Like a lot of the stories and the peak points, like the plot twists, are so well designed to the point where even as a spoiler, you still get a huge shock value. Like it's still great value. It's just it takes away from the overall experience, right? So they're using the developers' hard work and build up over the past months, years of story development, and they're taking this moment that they've been building up for years towards, and they ruin it for you. They're not only stealing the intellectual property, they're also wasting the years of buildup it took to get to this point of the story. That's what's messed up about it. And that's what clickbaiting, like, it's not even like you're right, man. To an extent, it's not even clickbaiting. Like, it shouldn't even be. That's called like click destruction or something like that. Click annihilation. It's so over the top. Like, why? I mean, it's sad to see what some people would do for a couple dollars, right? Or their 5 minutes of fame. A lot of these channels have like 200-300 subs. And right now, it's so easy to get views. Literally just post leaks. Anyone can do it. Anyone, right? I can right now create a new YouTube channel dedicated on making Genshin leaks. And likely I'll have hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of views. It's just that easy. It's not difficult. The people who actually goes in and get the leaks, those people are the ones who put in the hard work. They go in, they test things, right? They get beta access, they test, they get all the numbers, all that stuff down, they write it down, and then they post it online, and then it just spreads like wildfire. Anyone can grab it. And then those people just take these people's work, post it, monetize it, bam, done. We should call it click cuck. Click cuck. Kawataro says Traveler destroyed Kanaria. Confirmed. Will get lots of clicks. Exactly. If you see like that in your title and your thumbnail, and then you see like how do you like, what do I even play the story mode for? It's a spoil click. Pretty much, yeah. I think we are banding together too much, talking about like leakers come in different shapes and forms. There are leakers who leak character information, banner information for other people to be able to prepare for. Those are the saints. Those are the people who go out of their way, risk themselves to give exposure to information that otherwise would be buried. There are other people who will leak. What other kinds of leaks are there? It's story leaks, character leaks. Interesting. There is a third type of leaks, which is the, what do you call it? The third type of leaks is like function leaks, event leaks, function leaks. Basically, like they'll tell you what let's say, oh, next patch, we're gonna get a new function in the game, like I don't know, like I almost said gliding. I almost said gliding, but like for example, before we had the teapot, we we got news that we're going to be getting a housing system. That's a function leak, right? Like we're getting information of new function in the game. It doesn't, like, those type of leaks hurt the least, to be quite honest with you guys, because these new functions, you're just going to go in and be able to enjoy these functions. You get to know, oh, something like that is coming, and what is it going to do? Oh, that's exciting, right? I wouldn't mind at all if that knew more function leak. Actually, nowadays I'm looking more forward to function leaks than anything else. I want to see, let's say, if Abyss Floor 12. I mean, what the hell is wrong with me? Abyss Floor 13. There we go. When, let's say, if Abyss Floor 13 is coming in patch 2.2, and they say, hey, in patch 2.2, Abyss Floor 13 is going to be introduced. I would be fine knowing that ahead of times, right? It's okay. So there are 3 types of leaks essentially, right? There's the character leaks, there's the story leaks, and then there's the in-game development leaks. Use like a business getting you for floor 12. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes my mind just kind of slips. Electro buff leak, yeah, like get in-game changes. These kind of leaks are always exciting. So yeah, that's pretty much my stance on the leak situation. I don't think leaks are bad, people. I think I've had people like shit on me or of some sort, saying like, oh, this guy is against leakers, but like I'm really not against leakers. I'm not for leakers either. I'm not going out of my way saying like, oh, thank you for blessing me with this information, right? I'm not going out of my way. Like I'm very neutral on the situation of leakers. I think the work they do, like I said, the people who gather this information is taking a huge risk for a very small amount of rewards. And I think every bit of, if they're making money off of every dollar that they make off of this, like, sure, they've earned it, right? Of course, whether MiHoYo chooses to take action against them, that's on MiHoYo. But I think the work that they do for the vast majority of the player base is of high value. But then there's other people who take these leak bundled information and they just do the most, like the nastiest things with this information. Large Banana is asking, what about the other side of the argument that said character leaks makes it hard for developers to tweak characters since people have hardcore expectations upon seeing one? Yeah, I mean, that's another problem, right? It's just, as developers, you of course want your characters to feel nice to play, to be engaging, to be rewarding, to be relevant to the current game state. But I think the developers are definitely suffering in a way where when we have characters like Hu Tao Ganyu and blah 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 blah, these traditional meta characters, and then you have a character like Yoimiya who's also Pyro, and people expect her to play certain ways, but the leaks already let everybody know that Yoimiya was weak, right? But it really hurts Yoimiya in that we don't get to formulate our own thought anymore. So people in chat right now, whether you are a strong individual who can formulate your own thoughts and give opinion on the subject matters, it doesn't matter, because you won't matter what kind of person you are, you will be influenced one way or another by these leaked information. You might be like, oh, I don't trust leaks, I don't care, but just the fact of you hearing Yoimiya is trash, or Yoimiya is bad, or blah 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 blah, Yoimiya is blah blah blah, right? You can try to resist it, but by applying resistance, you are already not a clean state anymore. You can be like, oh, I'm gonna keep my mind open, but you're pushing back, right? You're pushing back against this resistance, and that's already offsetting your true judgment. It's regardless whether you are easily influenced, like, oh, Yoimiya is bad, wee, skipping, or you are very resistant, like, Yoimiya is bad, no, she's not. You know what I mean? That's the. And there are people who's able to balance it in the middle here, but at the end of the day, you're still heavily influenced by these people, right? So I think it definitely hurts MiHoYo because MiHoYo wants people to be able to go in and look at it themselves. But at the end of the day, I think it's almost impossible regarding any game, to be able to do that. You just can't, unless it's like a triple A game. Triple A games still get that magical experience, and I think to a certain degree, that's why a lot of triple A games titles still have a player base, like a huge player base. It's just they can go in with a tailored experience true to themselves. They don't need to rely on leaks or like information or updates or whatever. They go in, they experience the story, and then bam, they're done. And it's forever going to be ingrained in them that way. So Lazel says, in my opinion, MiHoYo needs to be more transparent, maybe by releasing character info materials a week before they're released, like another game that's currently popular. Yeah, I think MiHoYo can do that, and I don't think it hurts them at all. Like I mentioned previously, people are gonna find out what's going to be needed to ascend these characters the day they get released. Anyways, it's not going to be a secret, right? And people are just gonna farm it in 1 or 2 days, anyways. Lucifer is saying leaking information is a double-edged sword. Yep, that's true. Exactly. Both for the people consuming the leaks and for the people releasing the leaks, right? People releasing leaks, they get money, they get fame, right? They can build a career off of this, but at the same time, they have to watch over their shoulders all the time because MiHoYo, like currently they're doing, might issue some sort of leakers hunt decree. So that's the double-edged sword for the consumers. Yes, you can get all the character rerun banners, you can get character information, you can get event, you can get blah blah blah. But at the same time, you might once in a while get hit with a huge story spoiler that you've been looking up to since like patch 1.3 or some crap, and you get spoiled for it in patch 2.6, and you're like, God damn it! But then again, you've been benefiting from leaks for the past like year and a half. That's just part of the deal of consuming leaks. I am Samani says, do you think beta testers are a good thing? I think beta testers in of itself is a good thing, but how MiHoYo choose to recruit their beta testers and how lenient, how easy it is to become a beta tester is really problematic. I think MiHoYo needs a more dedicated in-house beta testing team. That's definitely something I think they should have at the top of their list. Stop doing public beta tests. Yes, it's great to get the community involved, but you have to understand, MiHoYo, the vast majority of these players are out for blood. The vast majority of them are just here to steal your intellectual property, to disperse it, to distribute it amongst the community, maybe for a cost. Like, who knows? Maybe some of these beta testers are leaking things through to leakers for a price, right? Because the leakers don't want to get themselves involved. It's like a whole chain of process. So why should you expose yourself? And I'm sure even if MiHoYo does in-house beta testers, there's still going to be leaks. Don't get me wrong. There's always people who will like jump through all these loopholes or whatever, just to get a spot into MiHoYo's dedicated team of beta testers, just so they can sell that information very carefully as to not get caught. There will be people. It's much, much less though. It's much less. I think that's why it doesn't work right now. Beta testers breaking NDA isn't the only source of info though. Data mining exists. I know data mining is another issue, but you cannot stop data mining. But I think a lot of the information that comes out that turns out to be more accurate than not is the beta tester, like the people who actually, because usually the biggest leaks are the leaks that come one patch ahead, right? Like data miners might be able to mine things that are like 5 patches ahead, which are very rudimentary right now. It's just a concept or something very simple, and it's much easier for MiHoYo to try to be more careful with data breaches or stuff like that. But for leakers, literally they're playing the next patch, right? This next up, they got all the characters, they got all the skills, the scaling, the whatever. It's much more set in stone with very minor tweaks, and that's especially the story. It's pretty much done. They're not gonna go back and reanimate an entire scene. It's It's difficult, but I think stop public beta testing. That has to change. We need to find better ways for people to test the game. Hello? Oh, it says OBS disconnected, and now OBS reconnection is successful. We're back. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. We had some issues with YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, with OBS. Man, stream rip. I'm gonna rip you. Hey, on guard. On guard. Mihoyo raid. Yo, I actually thought Mihoyo got me there. Kawataro says even the BGMs are being leaked. Overkill. Exactly. Nothing is safe. Manv says, hey, if you reach for that iced tea, I'm gonna saber your ass later. Come get some, bitch. I have another sword over there. About to get a serious ass whooping on your hands. I'm about to, if you didn't notice, hey, Mian V, if you didn't notice, allow me to show you some of my swordsmanship. Yup. That's a C6 walrus right there. Yeah, that's right, Mian V. That's a C6 walrus. Foam sword breathing, flailing sword. That's right. I hand out divine punishment with my foam sword here on my channel. Bonk, 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 bonk. Mian, you just got bonked 5 times. How does that feel? You know, Jimmy Go says Mihoyo should make public or even private betas, same way Riot does with League of Legends. Can't use leaking as an excuse. I think League of Legends has a really well system. League of Legends does not ban leaks. In fact, they built an entire client around beta testing. They did this for themselves, so to give people give people who are approved the public access to enjoy future content. So I think it's great. If you guys don't know what League of Legends does, here, let me show you guys. Oh crap, I actually haven't downloaded their they have a beta test client that anyone can download, and you can apply for it. So basically, all the new characters that are going to be coming out, all the new skins and whatnot, they're all in the PBE. They call it the PBE, public beta. I don't know what PBE stands for, but yeah, there's a different client. I think Mihoyo can make a new Genshin client. They could choose to open, just open the floodgates and be like, hey, we're going to be allowing people to sign up for our beta testing, and we'll open these servers whenever we have beta testing, and these beta testers can just go in and they just give in to the leaks. That's a way of doing it. Then when everybody knows the leaks, then leaks stop becoming a value, right? But then again, Mihoyo is trying to stop leaks because they don't want people to know, because they think it kills the hype. Andreas Ferrentino says, hi Walrus from Greece. Hi Andreas, welcome. We get people from all over the world here, don't we? Just Fun says player versus. Oh no, I said PBE, like B for bunny, B for boy, B for Baron Bunny. So, yeah, Kawataro says they're not going to announce banner reruns now because it will hurt Kokomi's banner. So listen, people, it doesn't matter who's rerunning. It could be Albedo, it could be Ganyu, it can be Zhao, it can be Hu Tao. Any one of these two combinations that are going to be rerunning will get people to not pull for Kokomi. And I think people aren't stupid. At this point, it's pretty much guaranteed that it's going to be one of these four, if not both, like two random combinations from these four. So just understand that this is what's going to happen. Kokomi's banner is pretty much screwed. Even Bennett and Xingqiu together on her banner can't save her, because I think at this point very few people don't have C1 Bennett, or very few people don't have C2 Xingqiu, right? That's just how it is. What do you think triggered miHoYo to go after leakers again when Bao sales were the best ever? I don't know. I feel like the fight against leakers has been an ongoing battle for miHoYo. It's just that we are at a time right now where miHoYo, I think miHoYo freed up enough resources in their development, or like in their within their budget or whatever, the company to and time, most importantly, to start actually going after leakers properly. And I've said this before, miHoYo's goal is not to kill all leakers. miHoYo's goal is to centralize leakers. They want the leakers to work for them. You know, in like those movies, I know using movies is a bad example, but it happens in the real world as well. Companies will oftentimes pay good money to let's say Google or Apple, I think, to find breaches in their system, to challenge hackers to breach into their system and notify Google. And in exchange, Google will pay them a good amount of money to cover for these breaches, right? So miHoYo wants to centralize leaks. They want to keep their hands in control of who is giving out what type of information. If they can get a nice grip onto the person, it's like their puppet. miHoYo wants their personal leak puppet, and they want to control what they leak and how they leak it. And as long as they do it miHoYo's way, miHoYo will turn a blind eye to them. Because like I said, miHoYo is not stupid. People keep thinking miHoYo is this evil mega corporation. No, miHoYo is not stupid. miHoYo wants control. Understand that. miHoYo wants control. They just want control back. Right now, they're losing control. They just want it back, and they will, trust me, they will. It's okay for people to do leaks here and there, as long as miHoYo can control it. That's how it is. That's the kind of company miHoYo is. Like Marvel making Tom Holland leak story stuff. Yeah, like essentially, yes. Listen, people, miHoYo is a $1 billion company. They have teams of people working on this. I'm just a guy sitting in my bedroom, and I can understand this. Trust me, miHoYo knows. The fight for leakers will go on for a very long time, I feel, unless miHoYo is willing to pour in a huge amount of resources, like an unholy amount of monetary and time resources, essentially, to stomping out leaks and recentralizing leaks. There's no way the fight's going to be over that soon. Says GJ says, "Yo, Walrus, how it going, bro? What you think they will buff my bows, or they address the false advertising?" I don't think bow buffs are coming. I think I've mentioned this before, that the changes and to Bao will only come through, if ever, through electro changes. The character is not going to get changed, because the character itself is not the problem. I think a lot of YouTubers, content creators, I mean, have talked about it, right? Bao herself, her kit is not the issue here. It's the electro element being really weak. And even such a superb character such as Bao Raiden Shogun couldn't overcome that giant hurdle. So James Kirk is asking, Wars, are you skipping Kokomi? Nope, I am getting Kokomi, but I'm getting one copy. I'm not getting her weapon. I'm just going in, going out, and probably gonna make a video testing her out, showcasing her, trying to see what her best teams are, like I usually do now, and that's all I'm gonna do. Change the electro. Yeah, and of course they do have the chance of buffing Electro through the interaction with Dendro, but I think that's a far reach. I don't even know when the first Dendro character is gonna come. I think we're gonna get the first Dendro character maybe like summer of next year, maybe earlier. Who knows? Raiden has a totally split kit. E skill is useless for damage, but great for proccing electro reactions, which don't scale with attack or crit. Q skill is damage that scales with attack and crit. Yeah, it's rough, man. I think Raiden Shogun was designed to be a support DPS with capabilities of on-field damage, right? That's what they designed her around. Her elemental skill supports you with a little bit of damage, but the reaction is weak. Her burst skill is supposed to be the one that allows you to take her on the field while your main DPS is off the field and still do a good amount of damage. But then again, it's very difficult to get the damage out unless you have like C2, C3 Raiden. C0 Raiden, the damage does fall quite a bit when you are a free-to-play player. And I think it's like 50-60% damage difference. That's probably like how normal characters function at C6. Raiden has it at C2 and C3, which both is a good thing and a bad thing. It's good that miHoYo is trying to entice people to pull for more consolation because you don't have to go to C6, right? You just have to go for C2, C3. But at the same time, free-to-play players just can't do it. It's not possible. And no matter what kind of sweet deal essentially you're offering the free-to-play players, they're not going to be able to pull their wallet because not because they don't want to. Most of the time, it's because they physically can't. They just don't have the money to do that. Genshin is not a cheap game to whale in. I mean, if it's like, you know, some casual game like like special pack or special character or it's like a special boost cost $25-$30, maybe some people can do it. But it's like when you're asking people to pull an extra $400-$500 out of their like ass cheeks, what do you expect people to do? Like there's nothing they can do. It's not gonna work that way. Whales are always gonna whale regardless. I don't know. I think miHoYo is trying to wring the every last drip of dollars out from people, and it's just so so sad to see how they choose to go about doing this. GC Dupe is saying one way of buffing Electro, ER equals damage. What are your thoughts? I mean, I think buffing Electro, first you have to let Electro reactions crit. That's one of the first things that you have to do because you can't say an entire element is incapable of doing good damage because they are this element. That just doesn't make any freaking sense, right? You can't say, well, they're Electro, so they weren't designed to do damage. What? Character comes in different shapes and sizes. Just because a character is Electro should never mean they are not capable of dealing top tier damage. It just means they should be delivering this damage in a different way, in a unique way. But currently, Electro is straight up incapable of doing top tier damage. They're capable of doing good damage, just not top tier damage, because the element is designed to be incapable of doing damage to the likes of Pyro, Cryo. Basically, I think if Mihoyo wanted more money, skins will do the trick. But I think skins, they have to be very careful because I want very specific skins. But I don't know if Mihoyo is ready to release some of the skins that that the player base really wants. Like I keep saying, I want the Archon Wars Zhongli skin. I want Archon War Zhongli skin. Let me show you guys. I don't know if you guys know what I'm saying, but this is like the Zhongli's original form. Yes, this one. One moment. I need this. Give me this skin. Oh, I don't have a. Give me this one. I want this. Oh. Oh, wow. Yes, whatever this is. Oh, see, like some concept art. I want this skin. The one with the, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. This one. Give it to me, please. Please. But then again, I don't know if Mihoyo is ready for that caliber of skin, right? That's going to be a lot of work. That's going to be new animations as well. Remember, there's going to be new animations. You have to... boy, oh boy. Archon skins, even though they don't have their noses. I know, man. I know. Skins, but skins are supposed to defy the logic of reality. It's supposed to take us further down this fantasy world, right? What if Zhongli was a KFC worker? What if Zhongli, instead of throwing down a meteorite, he throws down a bucket of KFC chicken? And when characters are hit by the burst skill, instead of looking like these frozen statues, they look like deep fried chicken. Like Chilichurl shaped deep fried chicken. Mita-churl shaped deep fried chicken. Please, Mihoyo, let us live our fantasies. Dude, I'm telling you, these ideas, if Mihoyo follows through with these ideas, it's gonna be big dollar bills. Dude, I would pay good money to have Zhongli throw a bucket of 12-piece chicken at my enemies. Oh boy, I'm getting too excited just thinking about that. When the bucket hits, it drops 100 fouls. Yo, straight up, that'd be kind of broken. I'd actually have to maybe get a I have to maybe get a small loan just to be able to afford that skin. Have you guys seen the Mihoyo login rewards? I mean, for logging in 25 days, you only get 10. Imagine if one burst skill gives you 100. How much money do you think Mihoyo is gonna want you to fork over backwards for that? DJ Zhongli, when the rock drops, the beat drops. Boom. Dude, like, you see, these are some great ideas, but like, I think Mihoyo doesn't want to ruin the immersion, right? Mihoyo has built this fantasy world with these characters, and they want the skins to reflect the characters, like the likelihood of these characters doing this. So like, you're never gonna get like what's a like an astronaut Noel skin, for example. Like, you're never gonna get an astronaut Noel skin. It's so out there. You know what I mean? So it's just these skins are gonna take a lot of time to develop, and Mihoyo wants them to fit the theme of Genshin Impact. So no cat girl Zhao skin. Exactly. You're never gonna get these skins. It's just it will never happen. The first of the Fatui Harbingers, Timmy will probably conquer Liyue for that. First Harbinger. Then again, I mean, speaking of the Harbingers, I'm so excited to find out more about the Harbingers. Like, if you guys watch the animes, you know those villains who are ranked by their numbers? You guys remember Bleach? How many here are Bleach fans, right? Bleach fans would know how freaking exciting it was when we finally got to see the number 1 Espada, the number 2 Espada, the number 3 Espada. Like, and it was so damn cool when they revealed the numbers that are tattooed on them. It's like, oh, like, oh, this guy's number 6, this guy's number 7. Like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Holy crap, that one's number 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's just so exciting. Demon Slayer 2, exactly. Right, these power rankings gets me so damn excited to see, and I think La Signora was number what? Number 7 or number 9? I think Scaramouche was number 6, right? Number 8. Okay. La Signora was number 8, and La Signora, she's number 8, and then Scaramouche is number 6. So yeah, dude, that's so exciting. This is great. I want to know more about the Harbingers. Damn, that's so cool. I can't wait to see Harbinger. Like, imagine people. Like, it just gets me excited thinking we know 3 Harbingers right now, right? Scaramouche, La Signora, and Tartaglia. We have 12 in total. That leaves us with nine more Harbingers that we still don't know. Quick math. All right, Walrus has got you. There you go. So 9 more Harbingers, dude. Listen, holy smacks! What is the number 1 Harbinger like? Male character? Female character? What about the number 2, number 3? What are their dynamics like? I want to see different dynamics for these Harbingers. Alright? Bro, I want to see the Joker. He's the number 1, by the way. His name is mentioned in Child's Story part. Oh, so they dropped their names already. So number 1, the first Harbinger's name is Joker? So that sounds like a male character. His name is Piero. Oh. So it's already revealed in the story, like the names, but damn. That makes, like, I wonder what element he's gonna be. What element is that gonna be? Hydro? Maybe he can use Hydro to make, like, clones of himself? Cryo? I don't know. See, this is what's exciting. We can sit here and talk about the potentials of the Harbingers, like the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 7th, 9, 10, and 12. We actually haven't seen the 12th Harbinger yet, right? So there's someone still below Tartaglia. Oh, that would be like, I mean, maybe we'll meet the first Harbinger in the 4th nation. You know the twins? Do you guys remember the twins? I don't remember the name of is it Fontaine? No. Wait, yes. The twins are from Fontaine, right? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? The twins from the Lynette? Is it Fontaine or Lynette? Maybe we'll get introduced to the Joker in that region. Maybe. It seems like Fontaine is a more, like, if you just listen to the music that Fontaine had. I mean, let's jump deeper. One moment. Let me show you guys the music. It just seems so trickster-like. If we're talking, like, saying he's a trickster, he's a Joker. Listen to this. A moment, I'm opening my... Yes, we're watching this again.
Say goodbye. So let's of the divine.
Right here. You can't tell me that's not Joker like. Fontaine, there it is. The Masquerade of the Guilty. Right? Circus music.
But even she knows not to make an enemy of the divine. The rules of war are woven in the womb. The victors shall burn bright.
Right? If you guys heard that, I mean, that sounds like when we're gonna meet the Joker. Or maybe even better, when the Joker becomes a playable character. Maybe we'll meet him or her much, much earlier and then get to play this character. The Flowcat says, peace out, Warriors. I'm heading out. Great stream. Thank you, Flowcat, for joining, and I'll see you next time. Sumeru and Natlan music slaps. Let's listen to the Sumeru music. Nope, that's Mondstadt. Alright.
The god of wisdom's enemy is wisdom itself, and the oasis of knowledge is a mirage in the desert of ignorance. In the city of scholars, there is a push for folly, yet the god of wisdom makes no argument against it.
That's good stuff.
The god of justice lives for the spectacle of the courtroom, seeking to judge all other gods. But even she knows not to make an enemy of the divine. The rules of war are woven in the womb. The victors shall burn bright, while the losers must turn to ash. When the god of war shares this secret with the traveler, it is because she has her reasons. She is a god with no love.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Any more than that, I'm gonna have to take off my shirt, alright? Any more hype than that, I'm gonna have to get demonetized here. So, that's enough. That's enough. Basically, what we're looking for is, we're looking forward to Fontaine now. Okay, Fontaine is probably gonna be my new favorite region. I need to see what this Joker guy is all about. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that. I saw on Google that Natlan is based on Philippines as the best guess. Yo, if MiHoYo knows their player base, it better be. We got, okay, listen. We got China, right? We got Japan. Sumeru is what? Egypt? India? Somewhere like in that region, right? Like that kind of vibe. So, and then Fontaine seems to be the more Italian, European, right? That's Fontaine. And Natlan is likely going to be like Southeast Asia, like Africa. Yeah, Natlan might even have ties to Africa. And then we got the what's that one called? Snezhnaya. Snezhnaya is going to be more based around like Russia and you know, the northern regions. Exactly. So it's like all over the world they're gathering influences. So they're trying to hit every single region, making sure everybody feels somewhat inclusive. Sumeru, which country? Sumeru is the next region, and I think it's either India or Egypt or somewhere like South Asia. Mondstadt is based on Germany. Mondstadt is based around Germany. Yeah, Sumeru is just Middle Eastern. Exactly, that makes more sense. Sumeru is just Middle Eastern, and then we got Snezhnaya is Russia. We got Fontaine, likely going to be Italian or like more European based. We have Germany already represented in Mondstadt. Literally, it's like Moon City, right? That's what Mondstadt even means. Moon City. Lelouch Lamperouse is asking Walrus, should I save for Dainsleif or Vanessa? I honestly I don't know, man. At this point, you might as well save for like the CEO of MiHoYo when he eventually gets added into the game on the game's 10-year anniversary. I don't know when those characters are gonna come. A very long time. My prediction for Sumeru is that it's going to be a rainforest region based on South America. That could be a possibility as well. And so I mean, America actually, yeah, America doesn't have any representation. Interesting. America lacks representation. All right, one moment. I'll BRB. Give me 5 seconds. So, I mean, if we're gonna make a video, what do you guys want me to talk about? Do you guys want me to talk about the leak situation? Do you guys want me to talk about the future of Genshin Impact? Like with the regions and like stuff what we were talking about, harbingers and stuff. I guess we can tie it both together, right? We can tie it in together. You see, this is why we are so excited for the game. We're talking about leaks, but leaks can prohibit us from actually experiencing how amazing what Genshin Impact has to offer. Like we can break open this Pandora box. Well, not Pandora's box, but like we can break open this topic by just going on a complete trajectory regarding the potential of Genshin Impact and how we don't want that to be ruined or to be we don't want to be detached from that. We want to stay connected. U.S. region introduces the gun weapon type. Jesus. Shane Dopkins. The US region comes with people like NPCs who will shotgun you in the face if you walk by their shop during off hours. That's so messed up. Bro, do you think Kaya will get important in the future? I think everybody has their role in the story to play. So, at the end of the day, I think I'm sorry. I can't. Jimmy No says USA introduces the Skyward AK-47. Oh, that's good. That's a good one. Saad is asking, hey bro, what's your opinion on rerun characters? Should I go for those characters or Inazuma characters? Which one is powerful? Currently, right now, no Inazuma character can step up to the rerun characters. Ganyu, Zhao, and Hu Tao currently are still the 3 best main DPS in the entire game. Inazuma can't match. If you want power, you want more damage, go for the Liyue Big 3, who likely will be rerunning in the next few months, if not the next month. Like, basically, in the next patch, I mean. Patch 2.2, 2.3. So I think people should start saving now. Alright. Let us make a video. We can kind of make a video talking about yeah, I guess we'll talk a bit. I guess we were able to talk about leaks for like an hour, right? The problem with leaks and what they detract away. I think the best way I can talk about this subject is showing people how amazing Genshin Impact can be if it were not for the story leaks, and the potential for us to run wild with our imaginations for the future of where the story will take us. And leaks, I think, comes in different shape and sizes. I'm not going to focus too much on the monetary, like the leakers making money, but I want to just highlight the importance and the value of us having such a wonderful world to chase after, right? I think people oftentimes forget how much work and effort it took MiHoYo to get to this point with their story, with their development, and that for these magical moments to be ruined by leakers, it's just, it demoralizes the creators. You know what I mean? I don't want to sit here, write a novel just to have for 5-10 years just to have the ending leaked online before I even was able to publish it myself, before I was even to, and instead of people saying like, wow, like Walrus, that's such a great ending, I loved it, for them people to already started bashing me, saying like, yo, why did you do this, when I haven't even released my full story yet. So we're going to be talking about that aspect. Once again, I anticipate people are going to say, well, this is MiHoYo's dog. You always talk for MiHoYo. But I think in this case and scenario, we will be talking about this slightly separately. Okay? So, people, get ready. Once again, we're making a video. It's going to be a pretty big topic this time. Try to keep it under 10 minutes. That's always my goal. Don't want to go over 10 minutes because nobody wants to hear somebody ramble for 10 minutes. All right? Let's go. You guys ready? You can start spamming. Okay, you guys can start spamming hi YouTube, and then I'll start maybe after 30 seconds. Be on your best behavior, though. Be on your best behavior. Ah, there it is. There it is. All right, let's get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Sup, flappers, welcome back again. We're here talking about Genshin Impact. We actually had an entire stream just sitting here talking and having fun. So we went through a couple different topics, but the one that we kind of stuck at for the longest time, and I think it deserves its own video at this point, it's a huge topic amongst the Genshin community, and of course that is talking about the leakers hunt decree. Now we're going to be approaching this a little different from what normal content creators have been. We're not here to say who's right or who's wrong, but I'm here to kind of help you guys understand more from a host perspective, because I myself am not a leaker. I don't consume leaks pretty much ever, and I have had my story experience destroyed by leakers, right? I knew the epic finale of patch 2.1, right, I don't want to say it. It just breaks my heart just saying it, but I want you guys to understand from a host perspective. Currently, if you guys have watched the prologue video or the original Genshin Impact teaser video where they showed you prologue, act 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe, right? They showed you all this stuff all the way up to Shinazaya. They told you the names of all these regions. And I think just now, sitting here with chat, we were talking about the potential of the harbingers. We're talking about like who's the number 1, number 2, number 3, like talking about harbingers. We're talking about different city representations, how MiHoYo, like, it just puts into perspective how much time MiHoYo has put into developing this. Understand, Genshin Impact is not something that was made in a year or two. I think it took them quite a few years to go from conception to making this stuff to releasing the content, and now they've dedicated themselves to a slight roadmap, which was in the teaser of different regions, right? And of course they have these pre-planned storylines that they want to push forward. Now understand, a lot of this is done by dedicated writers. Like, they don't care about the game as much as they care about the work that they do in the game, where they write the story. A lot of these times these writers are captivated into their own world, where they carefully, see how different events play out. And right now, the biggest problem when we're talking about leakers is like they are leaking indiscriminately leaking. They are leaking everything they can get their hands on. They will leak it, right? And it's bad enough that they are leaking the characters and the weapon banners and whatnot for in Mihoyo's perspective, right? But when you go above and beyond to leak the story as well, the music, the unfinished raw music scores are also getting leaked. Like the next, what's next? You're gonna leak the freaking lead art designers, freaking Instagram account or what? Like I don't know what essentially the like Mihoyo is really trying to do by shutting down the leakers. But what I understand is that it's painful for these artists, these creators that works under Mihoyo. Like literally Mihoyo pays these writers, these character designers, these music like songwriters to make this content. And as a creator, I don't know how many of you guys watching have created something in your life. Like the best feeling for a creator is when you share your creation with the public or with the world and seeing their, reaction to it. Sometimes, like, of course, we want it to be a positive reaction. Nobody wants to share something and have everybody saying this sucks. But oftentimes, we know Genshin Impact has great quality work behind it, right? So for these story writers to have planned each step of these stories from the inception of, when we first met La Senora all the way up to her eventual, I'm going to say it, demise. Like, this is a carefully planned out story arc, and for that to have been ruined and spoiled before its release, as a creator, that is heartbreaking. I would never want to see that for my creation, right? It's like, I was talking to chat, it's like writing a novel for 5 to 10 years, and before I was even able to publish the ending, somebody went ahead, published my ending, and then people are already trash talking me when I haven't even truly finished my story, right? I shared it with maybe like a dozen group of people, and somehow it got leaked out like, oh wow, this is how the story is gonna end. That is horrifying to think about. Years of work going down the drain. And of course, Mihoyo has a big team of people working on their content. But understand, people, the fight against leakers is not the fight against the players. I think we're constantly getting this mixed up in that Mihoyo is trying to stomp out leaks because they want to wring the player dry, but we're not looking at, it's never as black and white as it seems, people. This is the real world. We don't have situations that are black and white. It's always wishy-washy, mixed in between. I think a lot of people are just upset that Mihoyo is trying to take away their advantage in the game, but Mihoyo has no way of stopping just one types of leak. Does that make sense? There's no way Mihoyo can stop the story leaks and the music leaks without them also having to stomp out the character leaks, the event leaks, whatever. It's just not something they can do. If there's going to be leaks, there's going to be all types of leaks. And I think I've mentioned this before in that Mihoyo wants to control leaks. I don't think Mihoyo is stupid enough to think that there should be zero leaks and they're going to cleanse the world of leaks with their hunt decree, right? Leakers hunt decree. But at the same time, they're being put in a very difficult spot in that how do you stay motivated creating these content for this game where everything that you create, every little bit of thing that you create never makes it like in its truest form to the consumers. Consumers will forever be viewing your finished work with a bias from a biased point of view. And I think it's so damn hard to stay away from leaks that people just keep saying like, well, don't look at leaks. That's easy, right? It's not easy. It is not easy to not look at leaks. If I don't want to look at leaks, I have to stop and cease all sorts of social media interactions. And I have to work. I don't spend all my time just playing Genshin and making Genshin videos. I have a life. You're telling me for every time I can't go on YouTube anymore, right? I can't go on Twitter anymore. Even in Discord, some Discords, I can't go into Discords anymore. What am I supposed to do? The only way is to stomp out the leaks to regain control over their intellectual property. But yes, at the same time, that is heavily going to hurt the free-to-play experience. But this is where the magic happens, right? It's best to stomp it out first and Mihoyo themselves to reintegrate parts and bits of the things that the player base is demanding. For example, Let us know what characters are coming in advance, whether it's new characters, rerun characters, or it's going to be... Sorry. My nose is itching. So, rerun characters, new characters. I lost my train of thought. Whether it's new characters, rerun characters, what was I going to say? Or it's going to be... What was it? Rerun, new characters, rerun characters. Oh, yes. Or it's going to be story leaks. It doesn't matter because you get rid of it first and then you reintegrate it. That's the right way of doing it, right? This way you can control what gets out. miHoYo, at the end of the day, just wants control back, right? They cannot be continuously making this content for the player base without being able to control what information is revealed to the public at what time. I mean, if you look at a very successful company such as Disney is very careful with this, right? So, and that's why they're able to create hype. They're able to fabricate it in an extent too, but that doesn't mean it's bad. Fabricated hype is not bad hype. It's just that you get excited for the reasons they want you to get excited for, and you get to see things at the time they want you to see them at. And I think miHoYo is not very good at this right now, but they're definitely developing. I give miHoYo the benefit of the doubt that even if they completely stomp out the leakers, which they likely won't, even if they do, they will slowly reintegrate bits and pieces of information that the free-to-play player has been asking for a long time, because they simply have to do this if they want their player base to continue to support them and play in the game. You can't make product for consumers that absolutely hate your guts, right? So I think at the end of the day, that's the direction we're going to be headed in. And whether miHoYo is going to stomp out the leakers, I personally am okay with either or. It's always going to be difficult to navigate through social media during the times when miHoYo is about to release new content, because that's when people are capitalizing on the window of people's curiosities to make a quick buck for themselves. Personally, good for them if they're able to get their hands on this stuff and release it fast. The hustle is always great. I can always appreciate a good hustle from people, even if most of this stuff is stolen property. It still takes time and effort to to upload this stuff, right? And to sort through it. I know there's value in this, but I don't condone it. I don't support it, and I certainly do not consume it. But other people seem to think otherwise. I don't know. I just have a fairly accurate guess when it comes to what's going to happen in Genshin Impact, that people automatically assume you have to be looking at leaks. Oftentimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. Okay, so with that said, I think going forward we should be very careful as to how we talk about the game. Don't ruin it for other people, please. Like, if you enjoy story leaks, you can enjoy story leaks, but please respect everyone's decision to go into this stuff blind and just trying to get the best experience. Like I said, there's so much of Genshin Impact still to happen. We got a bunch of the harbingers, we got all the nations, we got a new element, potentially even new weapon types. There's so much to happen. I want to experience this firsthand. That is all for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. So thank you again, chat, for co-hosting, and we will all see you guys next time. Until then, stay safe and peace. Bye. Oh, we had a hiccup in the middle. We had a hiccup there in the middle, but we're doing good. We're doing good. That's pretty much what I wanted to talk about regarding the leaks. I think it's really people. I think Atsu, right? Asian guy Genshin was talking about this as well, saying that we're attacking miHoYo's social media accounts, thinking that it's actually miHoYo, but they're actually just social media managers. They're just people who clock in for work from 9 to 5. Wanting to make a living for themselves, right? They can manage social media, and then they're getting hate for no reason. The developers will never see those messages you're sending. You're literally sending hate to people who's there to make. It's like you go yell at an Amazon package sorting person. I don't know what they like, warehouse employee, and you yell at them for the things that Jeff Bezos like are doing. Like, why would you do that? The man's literally there to make a living for himself, packaging things, organizing things to be shipped out for delivery. He doesn't know what Jeff Bezos want, like what Jeff Bezos' life is like. Hell, he probably doesn't even know who Jeff Bezos is. He's just there. Like, oh, Amazon, that's a big company. I'm here to like get a job. Why are we going after these people? I think Atsu does have a point, but I wanted to highlight a different aspect of this. Is like you have to understand how the creators also feel like when their work is leaked to the public. But you take away the biggest part of the magic for even creating stuff is basically the satisfaction of seeing the fans or seeing the consumers have a positive reaction to your creation. It's just sad to see that, because I come from an artistic background, writing like screenplays, writing stories, like performing and stuff like that. It sucks to have your work just be leaked out, right? You lose the magic. You lose the magic. So yeah, that's pretty much. I think that was a great stream. Thank you guys so much, and we're probably gonna end it here. I think we covered everything we wanted to talk about. It was pretty. I mean, just chatting worked out pretty well. Just chatting. Paper Doll says, I think Mihoyo has been very accommodating so far. Yes, Mihoyo has. Like, people are just they only see themselves. They only see themselves. And that's I don't know what to say to that, man. Like, I mean, what do you want me to say? Do you want, like, I can't fault people for spending their free time wanting to play a game a certain way, right? These people are playing this game for free. They're giving their time to, like, there's two sides of this coin. One side is Genshin Impact is a free to play game, so they don't owe you anything. At the same time, a lot of games are free to play, right? Genshin Impact is just one of those free to play games, and people choose to pour hours into. So of course they demand some sort of thing in return. Both are in the right, but again, there's no black and white answer. It's always wishy-washy gray. Like, sometimes what is enough, right? What is the point of, like, okay, that's enough that Mihoyo has done. Now it's time for the player base to show some appreciation. And people have different thresholds for that. Some people think Mihoyo should give multiple 5-star characters. Some people are thinking Mihoyo can give a 4-star character and that be okay, right? When you have such extremes, how are you ever going to find a balance in the community? So that's why when we say, people always complain. It's true, but it's not as it's not what it sounds like. It's because people all want different things. And there's no way for a company of this size to truly cater to all the community. Even if they cater to the 99%, there's always going to be 1%, right? And in my line of work, I also do property management. So in my line of work, I manage different, like, apartments, right? Different units of apartments. Basically, it's like, in this line of work, we always say 90% of the problem comes from 10% of the workload. Meaning, out of all the units that I manage, 90% of the problem will come from 10% of the property that I manage. Does that make sense? That's just how it is. Because when everybody else is so quiet, of course the voices of the minority is going to echo louder because everything else is very quiet. That's all you're going to hear. That's just a phenomenon. So people, don't let it get you down. Enjoy the game for what it is. Just because you hear a lot of negative feedback here in the Genshin community, it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing, right? Sometimes it just means that it's a good thing, because the space is so quiet, so that this negative voice, the negative echoes are so loud, right? People oftentimes, when they feel content, they don't feel like to say anything. That's a good thing, right? No, we don't go around like, screaming at the top of our lungs like Genshin is so good when Genshin is doing well. We're just very quiet. We're here, we're having fun. We're so absorbed into the game, we feel like we don't need to say anything because our time is so well used in playing and enjoying this beautiful game, this creation, right? So hope that makes sense. Yeah. Overall, what else? I think no else. That's everything I wanted to say. A little tack on at the end there. We'll see. So thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna end the stream now. I'm gonna pull for Kokomi's banner 10 more days, I think. So yeah, bye bye.